So I'm going to do something a little bit different this week. I'm going to talk through our camera bag. We're getting lots of questions and asking about what cameras we use, what we shoot with, what we film with, our setup. So I thought I'd go through and explain it all in this. So let's get into it. For the bag itself, we've got a Vanguard Vesta Aspire 41. This bag is great, it was cheap, and it honestly does everything we need it to. It's got a large top compartment where we keep things like filters, batteries, memory card wallets, straps up the top. On the front, it's got a large compartment where we keep all of our camera cleaning equipment and storage cases for lenses. It's got two side pockets, so I tend to keep a GoPro on one side and then we keep a tripod tucked in the other side. And on the back it's got a full open compartment that then houses everything in here. It's got dividers that can be manually moved around. It's really great. So let's get into it. So first up is our main photo camera. We've got the Sony A7 Mark II. This is Shelly's camera. She's had it for 4 or 5 years now, and it's a beast. It's awesome. We love it. It never kind of leaves our side really, except for now. It's actually in the shop getting repaired. Some of the buttons broke. So ironically, I haven't got it on me. It's a 35mm full frame sensor at 24 megapixel photos, and it's awesome. We've got a whole bunch of full frame lenses that go with this too. Our main lens, first up for the A7, is this. This is Shelly's 16-35 G lens from Sony. It's a full frame, awesome lens. We absolutely love it. The f4 constant allows us to get some nice bokeh in the shots. It's got a nice internal zoom, so it doesn't actually get bigger or smaller. It's really lightweight, compact, fits in your pocket. And yeah, it's perfect. It's the greatest travel lens. It gets that nice wide shot, but also we can zoom in and get the nice closer 35, which is great. Our next lens is the Sony 50mm full frame lens. This is a 1.8 aperture, and it's beauty. This gets such nice bokeh for those shots, but it's also just like a general good lens to have. It doesn't have to be those artsy shots. And it's tiny, it weighs nothing. I used to have a nifty 50 for my old Canon DSLR back in the UK. Does not compare to this. This is sublime quality glass. Our last full frame lens is the 28-70mm. This was the kit lens that came with Shelly's camera. It's still a very good, very capable lens. We just tend to use either the wide or the 50mm now. I don't have it. It's actually with the camera as well in the shop. Up until Shelly got the 16mm, the lens was our go-to, honestly. The 28 is still nice and wide, and the 70 allows you to crop in a little bit, so that's awesome. Our second camera, our video camera, is actually somewhat new. I got it just around Christmas, is what I'm filming this on. It's the Sony ZV E10, and it is a little beast. I love this Canon. I used to have Canon, and it still holds a very dear place in my heart. I love this camera. It's so good. It's got 4K filming, it shoots at 120 FPS. It's got a nice little wind cover for the mic, because if you've seen our Caragini videos, you know that we struggled with the wind.
It was epic. Well, a lot of the hikes are a massive scramble and class 5, which is quite tricky, but very, very rewarding. So if you have them, bring a group of parents.
It's a crop sensor, little APS-C camera. I was tossing up between this and a 6400. Both very much similar cameras, but I'm honestly glad I went with this. It's so small and lightweight, it literally fits in my pocket, and it's got a really nice like flip out screen, which is great for vlogging as well. Also, if you saw our Caragini video, you might have seen that our old camera broke, which is why I've replaced it with this one. That was the Sony A5000, which was Shelly's kind of first camera. She took it pretty much around the entire globe a million times over. It'd been to...
This camera has come to, I think, over 50 countries with me, and I think it's done. That's really sad. This has got a lot of memories on it.
And it was great, to be honest. We filmed all of our videos up till Caragini on that, and it was great. It was awesome. And yeah, it was sad to see it go, but also very happy with this upgrade. I tend to pair my little vlogging camera with the 16mm 2.8 Pancake Lens. It's so good, it weighs pretty much nothing, and it's still got a good bokeh, it's got a nice depth of field, but it's also like crazy wide, so you can get so much in, which is awesome. Perfect for vlogging. But if you've seen any of those nice juicy B-roll clips with that gorgeous depth of field, that was shot mostly with this. This is my little 50mm 1.8 prime. It's pretty much the same as Shelly's, it's just not full frame, and it actually is heavier. Just not as good, but still pretty good. Last up we have this. This is our telephoto lens. This is great if we're trying to get a shot that's too far away, can't get to it, some wildlife, some dolphins on the distance, or we're just trying to get like a really nice kind of stacked shot of a horizon. This is pretty good. It is 55 to 210 at 4.5 f, so pretty good. Actually, it's really good, and obviously it's not one of those big white telephoto Sony lenses. Sony, if you're watching and you want to hook me up, feel free, because I would love one of those lenses, but you cannot justify the price of those currently. Maybe one day. But this is small, it's still pocket size. I think that's kind of a main criteria of all of our gear is, can it fit in the pocket? Because we travel so much, we need to be able to be on the go, not just in the camera bag. Obviously it has to fit in there, but if we can just store it on us whilst we're out and about, that's even more ideal. So yeah, that's kind of our lenses. We've got 2 wides for each camera, 2 50mm primes for each camera. Shell's got the kit lens, and we've got the telephoto zoom as well. The best thing about being an all Sony setup is that all of our lenses are transferable. Shelly's lens is not so good on my camera, but my lens is fit on her camera, which is awesome. So she still can use the telephoto, and she could use the 50mm. I don't know why she would, but yeah, they're all transferable, which is awesome. And the same as the batteries. The batteries on my camera, Shelly's old camera, and Shelly's current camera, the A7, all are the same, so that makes it so much easier. We've got a bunch of batteries. We have a little charging, 2 little charging cells we just plug in whilst we drive, and in theory never run out of charge. Like, Shell would kill me for saying that, because we're constantly out of batteries. To go with all of our lenses, we've got a nice set of filters from Earth. We've got the Traveler bundle, I think it was, which comes with a UV polarizer and an ND filter. This set here fit Shell's 16mm. They fit on there, but we've also got a couple of NDs and polarizers for the primes and the wides as well. This little number is our eye in the sky. This is our DJI Mavic, just the 1. Everyone else is upgraded to the 3 now. I haven't. It's still such a capable little drone. It's so small. It obviously weighs 249 grams like the rest of the Mavics do, but this one is just tiny, and it's still so capable. I get awesome shots of this. Shoots 1080, 60 FPS. It's great. Every drone shot you've seen in our videos is shot on this thing. Never let me down, except when it runs out of range. But yeah, this thing is wicked. And it's great because the controller just pairs up with my phone, so that's really small as well. My phone just plugs in and we're good to go. Speaking of other cameras, we have this. This is the GoPro Max. So up until recently I was using a Hero 5. I'd had it for years and years and years, taking on millions of ski trips and holidays. It was awesome. But in Exmouth I took it in to go surfing with me. I was going to get some cool shots. Forgot to close the hatch on the side and just instantly drowned it. It was a goner. So I bit the bullet and I got the Max. I've wanted one for years. The whole 360 camera is, I know it's a bit of a niche, it's a bit of fun, it's a bit of a gimmick, but it's actually awesome. It allows me to just kind of get any shot I want. And so far so good, I'm really enjoying it. Being an avid skier, the appeal of having a 360 camera, being able to get all the angles has been such an appeal to me for years. And it also does those beautifully smooth hyperlapses and time lapses, so you just put it on, doesn't even matter which way you face or mount the thing, still gets it all in, which is wicked. And it just works with a phone app or desktop app to reframe the 360 footage, which is super easy really. It's just another step, but I'm already editing away anyway, so what's another step in the grand scheme of things, eh? And lastly, you'll honestly rarely find me without this nearby. This is my old 35mm camera. It's an Olympus OM10. It was my grandpa's. I've had it for over 10 years now, and it just does me wonders. This thing shoots incredible photos. The glass quality is amazing. The film is getting more and more expensive, which sucks because it's becoming trendy, but I love it. I love shooting on this thing. The pictures is so much more special than the photos we take on our cameras, because you rattle off 100 photos, you go, nah, don't like it. This one, I take 35 pictures, that's it. Don't like it, too bad. I've got two lenses for this. I've got a 28mm wide, which is actually sitting at, what is it? It's a 2.8 on this, so it's similar to other wide lenses that we have. It's similar to our kit lens. And I've also got a 50mm that sits at 1.2, I think. It's an incredible lens, 1.2 prime. So yeah, that's all I need, just the wide and the prime on that, and I love it. I had it serviced recently, so fingers crossed I can get another 10 years out of it before it needs another looking at. We carry a little wallet in the top of our bag, which is full of SD cards. We have SD cards falling out of our ears. For each of our main cameras, we've got a big 128 gig. So we've got one in the GoPro, this camera, in the A7, and in the drone. So we can shoot for ages and not have to worry about backing them up, which is great. But then we've also got backups of like 64 gig, 32, all the way down to like 1 gig. I don't know what we'd use that for, but you never know. If you need to take like that one photo and everything was full, the 1 gig is there for you. Is that it? I think I've just rattled off the camera bag in no time. Speedy. This is my second attempt at filming this. Last time I didn't have the focus right, so I was blurry. That was annoying. I call myself a videographer. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the camera bag. That's what we travel with every single day. That's what we shoot with. We've got 2 tripods as well. We've got a big one for Shell's camera. We've got a small one that this is currently sat on, which is like a little Kmart phone one. That's our camera bag. Ben and Shelley's camera bag explained. See ya.